a cement fix, be a standing cinema. Trust my friends are just for show, see them as they really are. Put the people in my brain to new pens to have a go. I'd like to be a gallery, put you inside my show. Andy Warhol looks a scream hanging on my wall. Andy Warhol still the scream, can't tell them apart at all. Heidi there, pluckers, I saw things again with you with hopefully another interesting little dissy for you, okay? Classic song from Bowie, it's one of his early albums, Hunky Dory, and the song's called Andy Warhol, okay? Standard tuning, no capos, doing it in the same key as original version by Bowie. What you heard there was basically half the song. It just basically repeats exactly the same again with some different words on the verse, okay? Right then, boys and girls, let's get to it. Starting on an E minor, right, the intro is basically a da 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 on an E minor. You can do it as a sort of a normal strum sort of pattern, da da da, or you can just do it, you could do it as downstrokes, like that. Okay, so haven't got into that, so then comes the initial part of the riff, okay, and it starts off on the bottom E string. Then what I do is I put my first finger on the second fret of the bottom E string, then my second finger goes to the third fret on the bottom E string, then I play the open A string, the fifth string, so it's then what I do is I bar the second fret of the fifth string and the fourth string with my first finger. Okay, so now, and then I play the second on the fifth string and then the second on the fourth string. So now you've got this. Okay, got that? Then you go up with your third finger to the fourth fret on the fourth string, the D string. So now you've got. Now you've got some choices here. You can then put your pinky on the fifth fret of the fourth string. So now you've got. But you could also just slide that to the fifth fret from here, like that, so you got, okay, or you could play separate notes with the third finger, so you can slide two separate notes or use your pinky, either hammer or just play the note. Okay, so from the beginning, very slowly. And we go into a C chord, a standard C chord, okay? Let's do that very slowly all together. Then the second part of the riff, that's basically, so after the C, da da da, then second on the fifth string, open fifth string, third on the bottom E string, second on the bottom E, E minor. So however you wish to finger it, okay? Second on the fifth, open fifth, third on the bottom E string, second on the bottom E string, E, bottom E string open, and the E minor again. And it just repeats. your riff. Okay, so basically it plays that whole thing twice and then the verse kicks in. Okay, so let's just do the whole intro very slowly. Right, then we're into the singing. Like a seat, like to take a cement fix, be a standing A cinema. Okay, so it's E minor. Like to take a cement fix, be a standing A cinema. Just my friends up first for show, see them as they really are. Right, so that's after the A, cinema. Stay there on A, dress my friends up. Then we go into a rundown on C. Just for show, see them as they really are. So that's C, and you emphasise the third on the fifth. Straightforward, simple C. Then down to the second on the fifth, keeping the first finger where it is. Okay, that's just second on the fifth and first on the second. So. Then A minor, open A string, A minor, okay. And then you're into E minor again. Okay, so the whole thing is from the beginning, like a cement fix, be a standing cinema, dress my friends up just for show, see them as they really are. Then the riff. Alright, no, it doesn't do the second part of the riff in the verse. Okay, you go to the C, so it's, sorry. Instead of doing the riff, you go quick to C, D, and back to the E minor. C, D, E minor, going into the second half of the verse. Okay, so let's just do all the way from the beginning of the verse. Like a cement fix, be a standing cinema, dress my friends up just for show, see them as they really are. Right, got a quick C, D, E minor. Okay, and the second verse is exactly the same to play. Put a peephole in my brain, 2 new pens to have a go. I'd like to be in a gallery, put you inside my show. Right. And then we're in, same thing again, C, D, and then we're into the chorus. Okay. So let's do it all the way from the beginning. Okay, so here we go. So it's sort of slightly, well, fairly bit slower than it is on a record. Okay, so from the beginning, slowly. Like to take a cement fix in a burning cinema. Just for show, see them as they really are. Put a peephole in my brain, 2 new pens to have a go. I'd like to be a gallery, put you inside my show. Andy Warhol. It goes into the chorus, right? And this is very quick chord changes, nothing particularly difficult but quick. Okay, so it goes D and D, A, or E minor, looks, C, scream. You can play a simple C or C with G in the bass, up to you. C with G in the bass is moving that third finger up to the bottom E string, 3rd fret, put your pinky on the 3rd fret of the 5th. Right, gives you all 6 strings. And also a G note in the bass, which is quite nice. So Andy Warhol looks a scream. That's like D, A, E minor, C with G in the bass, or just C if you can't manage that. So Andy Warhol looks a scream. Okay, back to the A, hanging, back to the C on my G, wall A. So the second line is, so from the beginning, sorry, Andy A, E minor, looks a C with G in the bass, A, hanging, C on my G, wall A, repeat D, Andy A, E minor, silver C, G, can't A, tell him C, all a G, all. Now this last one, instead of going straight to the A, we do a C, oh, and then the A. Slightly different at the end of the phrase there. So, right again, chorus again. D, and D, A, oh, E minor, G, C, G, A, hanging, C on my G, or A, or D, and D, A, or E minor, silver, C, green, can't A, tell them a C part at G, C, A. Do a pause and then we do the intro again. Okay, so let's just go through the second half of the verse into the chorus. Okay, so it goes. Put the people in my brain, 2 pence to have a go. I'd like to be a gallery, put you inside my show. Andy Warhol looks a scream, hanging on my wall. Andy Warhol, silver screen, can't tell them apart at all. Oops. Then we're into another verse and another chorus, etc. Okay, so there you have it, boys and girls. My take on David Bowie's Andy Warhol song. Okay, for a single acoustic.